Well, here is what we have going on today. We've got the lowboy hooked up. Got that parked on the side of the road. We've got Junior headed over with a telehandler. We got the payloader coming, and we have another tractor and a service truck coming. We've got the 9560 here that is dead on the side of the road. Back here a little ways, it started knocking on Nate, back about where that telephone pole is right there. Started knocking. He pulled the throttle back, eased her down, and kabang. She tossed her cookies right about there. He thought he would get it rolled into that field. That didn't happen. Got it shut down, and we have a window in the side of the block. We have what looks to be a connecting rod. You can see the crank right there. There's the crank and what looks to be a connecting rod laying right on the side of the engine here. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get the spreader unhooked. We'll get the lowboy as close as we can, get it unhooked, push the lowboy up to it, and see if it'll start and run. We're not quite sure if it's gonna run on its own. If it's not gonna run, we're gonna have to unhook the drive line on it and pull it up onto the lowboy. So we've got our work cut out for us here. There's a farm down the road a little ways. I hope his milk's not getting picked up today, because the milk truck's not going to get by here, and we probably should go down there and block the road down there so that the milk truck can't come this way. It's alright if that milk truck goes that way and gets to that farm and then leaves and goes back out, but it's not going to work too good if he comes this way. So let's go ahead and get started on this little project here. Alright, so we have most of the pieces to the puzzle here setting in place. We've got the lowboy unhooked, and what Jared's going to do is he's going to try and push that lowboy up as close to the tractor as we can get it. We've got the spreader unhooked from the tractor, and like I said, we're going to try to get that up as close to the tractor as we can get it, and then we'll try starting it and see if it'll drive under its own power onto the trailer. I got a hold of the neighbor. His milk doesn't get picked up today, so we don't have to worry about a milk. Alright, I had an SD card screw up. I don't know what that last clip, how much we were able to grab, but we're unhooked from the lowboy, and what we're doing is we're trying to get it pushed up in front of the tractor so that when we go to start it, if it'll start, we can just drive it quick and get it up on the trailer. We might have to actually hook a chain on there and lift that up, but we'll see how she goes here. Well, we'll get this up into place. Not yet.
Can I lift the whole back end up?
Well, if we do that, we should be up over the top and wrap a chain around it, but let's try it. All right, one more push. I think we can get it to where we need it. I almost fell backwards. I stepped in that hole there. Okay. You want him to push again? Okay, now that's good. Now we will go ahead and start it and see if it'll come up on there. I'm not going to stand on that side. Who's going to run it? Got to get the pin ain't out yet. All right, we got to wiggle this pin out here, and we are just push this spreader over a little bit. Tell them to come a little more. 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 No. All right, back.
It's gotta go forward, dude.
What about pushing on the tire of the spreader? Push on the tire of the spreader.
Which way do you want them?
Backwards. All right, we've got this pin muscled out of here. Now we'll go ahead and get it up on the trailer. Here, take this camera. Do not stand on either side of the engine beat forward of the tires. So if that comes out through the side of the block again, you'll have to... I bet you it sheared the crank, and that's why it lost oil pressure before he shut it off. No, it didn't. Jake looked on JD Link. No oil pressure loss, nothing. Yeah, just boom. He said it lost steering before he shut it off, so it might have sheared the crank on the inside, and the flywheel, it might be just turning the flywheel. Oh yeah, yeah. That's why you lost steering before you shut it off. All right, so we were thinking it would start right up, but it's not. So we're going to have to get some chains hooked up, get the drive line unhooked, and we're going to have to try to pull it. Get the telehandler that way. Up against the rear tire, and then... Well, we've got the drive line bolts taken out. Got this chain on there. I need somebody up in there to start backing up. We got to get some pressure on there so we can get that drive line apart. Once he gets that chain semi-tight, we've got to check it, make sure I'm not hitting nothing underneath there. Right. I'm hooked down in onto the drawbar. So, all right, hold up a second. We're in good shape there. Real good shape all the way forward. Did this rear one slide apart yet? Tell them to rock it a little bit. The ones might need to come over. I don't know. Tell him to go ahead. Tell him to pull a little bit. Is he pulling?
Yeah, I'm telling him to at least.
He's rocking.
There she goes, right?
Go ahead, a little more.
Look out for these fucking changes.
How much farther?
I don't know.
Hey, watch out for that change.
All right, hold up a second. I don't know. Maybe it's got to go back some in order to get this broke apart.
Gotta go back? Well, let's get the block
Maybe.
out of the way. No, move the block of wood, just move them back a little.
Got the drive line broke loose, and we are now trying to pull it up on there. Hey, Andrew! Go right up behind that tractor and get on that tire. All right? Might have to hook the tractor on the back of that.
It's gonna go. I had to shut off the brake thing.
All right, we've got the drive line unhooked and we're yanking that up on there. Hold up, Andrew.
Going on? He's got more than enough to pull it on.
All right.
Make sure it's on there.
Go down the road, down there by that telephone pole. Come out and come up the road. Kick the block in there.
Just had to shut that clutch off on the payloader. That's what was doing that to him.
Go. We might need Andrew to come over and push on this side of the tractor.
Yeah, but I think the tractor's turned a little, isn't it?
Either that or we gotta push. Actually, no, he's gotta come back here and get on the back of this trailer and push it over. He's actually gotta go back in the field.
Yeah.
Go back in the field and come around. Hook onto that frame, pull from that left side. He just has to try to push that trailer over.
There she goes. Yeah. I'll call you back in a little bit. Trying to get this tractor.
He's got to pull some and then let off. Maybe Jared can push on it.
Pull some.
Oh, wait a minute, the chain's hooked right there.
Oh, fuck.
There it is. I wonder, actually, you know what? I could put a block of wood in front of the tire as he's pulling it. Maybe that'll.
Yeah.
Tell those people to drive by.
Alright, Tom, go ahead. got a pole. I got a block of wood.
We're gonna have to push this whole trailer over. The whole thing's going that way. Actually, maybe a lot of it is.
So get the telehandler over there, push the front of that trailer that way, and then just square this up.
Well, this looks like fun.
Yeah.
Come right this way. You gotta get over like that. Come forward.
Trying to get pulled up.
There's the block right there.
Blew the motor.
Motor?
You might have to block. Alright, we're eating up a lot of unnecessary battery, so you can kind of see what we're going through. We're just going to push the trailer over, size it up with a telehandler, and we'll join back up with you when we get it into place here. Alright, we're almost out of battery, and the SD card is just about full. We rolled it off, shifted the trailer around, and got it so that we were straight, and that is working perfectly. So we'll join up with you once we get the tractor up on there. The back wheels are coming up on the ramp and it's pulling hard. You're okay. It's pulling hard, so once the back wheels get up on there a little farther, it's just going to roll right into place. Now it's starting to move again. I think we got to roll it off again and move this trailer over. It's going. We're in pretty good shape now. Keep going. Just got a little ways to go here. We got her just about on there. This one tire's a little soft. It just needs to go. Tell them to keep going. Tell them to keep going. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. We're hanging off a little bit there. And that's about as centered as we want to be. I think that's as good as we're going to get it. We're going to have to leave it like that. And maybe once we get it back to the shop, we can lift it up with the two payloaders and skid it over. So that's where we are going to leave it. So we'll go ahead and get this chain down and get the tractor hooked back, the road tractor hooked up, and we'll get her home. Alright, so we've got this chain down. I can't get around that way, so I'm gonna have to take the C5 around the block And while I'm doing that, these guys are gonna get the 8360 hooked onto the spreader. It's been just an awesome day of screwing around. It's been windy, it's been raining, and it's just made for an awesome time here trying to get this picked up, and it hasn't made for too good of a videoing event because, yeah, fun stuff. That's from, that oil slick is from the front tires going into the oil up there. Yeah. Well, it's been a fun day to say the least. I am just circling around the block. Got the gooseneck of the low boy sitting on a block of wood, and hoping that doesn't jiggle around too much, because if it does, it'll come off and it'll be all off kilter and it'll make a mess. So we're just kind of taking our time here. They'll get the spreader hooked up. Hopefully they got that out of the way, and then we can just slide into place and hitch up and then limp that back to the barn. I had to lay in oil to get the drive shaft undone from the front axle. We had a little trouble getting that apart, and then we had more trouble getting the drive shaft to come apart from the rear differential. We kept having to pull back and forth to put pressure on it, release pressure, and then we were able to get it to come apart. And then we had to move the trailer several times to get it lined up underneath the tractor. We could have brought another tractor over, hooked hydraulic hoses up to the steering. It would have been a big mess. For the most part, the steering was straight on the tractor, and we didn't have to worry about that. So it was just quicker to just keep moving the trailer back and forth, let the tractor roll off and go back and forth. Today is Saturday, December 3rd or 4th. I'll end up taking this in to Kaz on Monday, so we'll get over it, get hitched back up to it. I'll join up with you there, and then we'll get it back to the farm. And then Monday we'll take it into Kaz equipment. I can't take it in on Sunday because we need to roll it off of the trailer, and I don't know where they're gonna want it. They might want it, well, they ain't gonna want it inside because they got an order. They have to order another engine for it. I have not had time to look on JD Link. However, I called Jake, told him what happened. The base was over full on oil, and we have not added any oil to it. I said there's something, coolant must have dumped into the base, or we've got fuel that wandered into there after the catastrophic event. He looked it up on JD Link, seen no oil pressure problems, no temperature problems, and he's assuming that the base is just overfilled with coolant once that connecting rod or what have you. It was a connecting rod that came out through the side of the block. It's unfortunate, but at least it's on warranty. Puts a lot of extra work on our part to get this loaded up, but I don't know, it just doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth at all when something like this happens. So we'll leave it at that, and we will be to the tractor here in a little while. Alright, we've managed to make our way around the block here. They've got it hooked up. And it looks like they're having trouble maybe getting around that tractor. I don't know why they just don't back up. At any rate, we're turning around here. And let's get up there and see what's going on. Well, we are ready. 8360's hooked to the tanker, and we're all hitched up. We're flagged, we're oversized. We got another car that wants to get around us, so we've been doing pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get this back to the farm. All right, we're hooked up and headed back to the farm with this tractor, and I won't take this into Kaz until Monday or Tuesday. So, yeah, fun stuff. At least it ain't raining anymore, so that's a good thing. It rained the whole time while we were trying to pull it up onto the trailer. So, we've only got to go where we were 2 miles away from the farm, but we got to jog around the block here, so it's gonna add a couple of miles to our trip here. So we'll go ahead and get on her. Make a goofy sharp turn right here. There we go. And there is the phone. Hello? Not much. We got the payloader and the telehandler. They're minutes away from getting back to the barn. Engine blew up in this 9560. Now, right on Seal Road, so we had to pull a dead tractor up onto the... Well, we got up onto Route 20 here and turn left onto Amber Road, and then we'll be right back to the farm. Okay, we are just about back to the farm. We'll get this old girl parked, and we'll roll it into Kaz on Monday. So you can see the sun is starting to come out now, and that's just the way it goes on jobs like this. Oh boy. I just pulled this piece of connecting rod out from, it was laying on top of the block. So that is very melted and very broken. So we'll throw this up in here along with some other pieces, and that'll do her.